Hey there, welcome. It is the very first season, very first episode of something new in my podcast collection. It is I'd Like to Make a Request. Here's how it's going to work. Basically, you start off by saying, I'd like to make a request, and then you back it up with a compelling argument. It could be anything. Negative, positive, a food people need to try, a show they need to watch. You get the idea. It could be literally anything, and you'll see. You'll see as the show goes along. So if you want to be a part of the show, if you want to share your I'd like to make a request, you can leave me a message anytime right at my desk, and then I will weave you into the show each and every week. 316-821-2058. 316-821-2058. That is my number for I'd like to make a request. All right, next on I'd Like to Make a Request, I got my friend from Exclusive Events in studio. We say hello to Ron. Hi, Ron.
Hello, JJ.
You've got a request, right?
I do. I have a request. I would like to request that everybody come down to the new Delano Patty Day Parade, rediscover the fun, rediscover Delano.
All right, tell us more.
Well, we've partnered with a bunch of the businesses down in Delano, along with the Delano Neighborhood Association, to bring the parade back. It's the businesses that are bringing it back. We're just kind of helping behind the scenes with the logistics of it. Some awesome businesses down there reached out, back in October when the past organizers decided to, permanently cancel the parade, on, what they had been doing for years and years and years. Nancy Lawrence and her family did a fantastic job with that parade down there. So, we were just like, oh man, we gotta keep it going. We've got to help Delano Neighborhood Association and the businesses down there keep the parade going. So we jumped in back in October, and it's just been going full force since. We got the new website up. We've got the new social media up. We've already started getting lots of parade participants in. That's going to be down there for the parade. It's going to be on Saturday, March 11th, there in Delano, high noon for the parade time.
Yep.
But we're going to do a few things differently that's never happened in the past. We've partnered with Rainbows United, and we're going to have a really cool kids zone down there.
Nice.
To be part of the parade off to the side. And that's going to start at 10 a.m. We're going to run that from like 10 to 3. We're going to start a teen zone as well, starting at 10 a.m. That way it gives people something to do,
Sure.
Before the parade.
Right.
We've got some food truck zones, and of course the booze truck zones will also open up at 10 a.m. Down there, and that way people can line up and get ready to go and have a good time. So the parade is definitely coming back, and we're looking for more participants. So we're going to let all nonprofits in Wichita enter the parade free of charge. They don't have to pay a fee. They can build a float, just walk in the parade.
Sure.
So we've already got several have signed up, and which is fantastic because we really want to support the nonprofits and of course the businesses in Delano. That's the reason that we're going to be down there all day. We're not just going to come for the parade and then scatter. We're going to do an after party with live music, and bands and stuff like that down there that will go until like 8:00 that evening.
Nice.
So that's going to be fun. So yeah, we're excited about it. It's definitely coming back, and I appreciate you letting me come in and talk about it because so many people think that it's still just gone.
No, it's not.
When you Google it, you look it up. We're different. We're PADDY, Delano Patty Day Parade.com is the website. So,
well, excellent. It's going to be a good time, and I'm glad you guys are making sure it sticks around and remains a part of our Wichita tradition. Let's keep it easy. If people want to find out more, or if they want to participate with a float or walking the parade, what's the web address?
Yeah, it's DelanoPattyDayParade.com. So it's PADDY. Okay. So DelanoPattyDayParade.com.
Thank you, Ron. Moving on, I'd like to make a request. If you're a business, can you please, for the love of all that's holy, get on the internet? And here's what I mean. The other day, I was going through my bank statement, and I saw that I'm still paying monthly on an old insurance policy, a life insurance policy. It's a $100,000 policy, and I've been paying on it since 2012. And I've moved several times since then. So I just happen to want to see where we're at, what the parameters of this policy want. I basically wanted the information on the policy. So I'm thinking, oh, good. It's been bought up by Transamerica. I can just download the Transamerica app, and nope, cannot. I tried putting in my information, and they're like, no, you need to call customer service. I called customer service. Customer service then told me, after waiting on hold, that, nope, this is an older policy from an older company they absorbed, and that older company didn't have a website. I'm like, what? They're like, yes, you have to call them. I'm like, okay. I'm like, that's very 1980s. I'm like, they have no website, nothing. They're like, nope. I'm like, okay. So they transferred me. Here's where it gets twisty, because they transferred me within their Transamerica company, because the woman who answered, "Hi, welcome to Transamerica." I'm like, okay, well, I thought this was the older company. So you're telling me you bought the old company, but you decided not to do anything with the old company. I don't know. It was very confusing. In this day and age, if you're going to be conducting business, I feel like you should be on the internet. It would be so much easier for me to go in, manage my policy, change my dependents, all of that. No, I have to call them. So I then finally got them to email. They apparently are on the web, the internets. They can email. They emailed me my policy where it showed I needed to change my dependents, which means I now have to call them again and wait on hold. So please, I'd like to make a request. If you are a business, please get on the internet. Let's run around the building and interview some of my coworkers. I'd like to make a request. Okay. Describe yourself with a hashtag.
Feeling crazy.
Hashtag feeling crazy. All right. To you, sir, I'd like to make a request. Describe yourself with a hashtag.
Hashtag rock on.
Hashtag less coffee. Gotta go to the other side of the building. Getting my steps in. I'd like to make a request. Describe yourself with a hashtag.
Hashtag bulldozer.
Hashtag bulldozer. I know there's a story behind that. You'll have to share that another time. Let's go around the corner here. Hello. Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot. I'd like to make a request. Describe yourself with a hashtag.
Hashtag tired.
But you got bowls of fruit there. That should give you plenty of energy. Now we'll go this way. We'll go see my friend Lupita. All right, Lupita. Yes. I'd like to make a request.
Okay.
Describe yourself with a hashtag.
Lupita Mexicana.
There you go. I love it. Phil Thompson, I'd like to make a request.
Yes?
Describe yourself with a hashtag.
Hashtag confused.
No truer words have been spoken. Justin, I'd like to make a request. Describe yourself with a hashtag.
Hashtag cat dad. Hashtag cat life. Hashtag feline good.
Feline good. That's clever. I see what you did there. That last one from Justin has me concerned about how many cats that man has. All right, moving on. I'd like to make a request. Don't eat great white sharks. Let's go to China for this one. A Chinese TikToker has been fined about $20,000 for cooking and eating a great white shark. And then, dummy, posted the video online. Of course he did, because, it's all about the views and the clicks. Well, here's what happened. The food blogger, who goes by the name TZ, was fined, not Yeezy, TZ, was fined for eating a great white shark, which is a protected species in China under the Wild Animal Protection Laws. The law prohibits anyone from transporting, buying, and selling them, and violators could receive hefty fines and up to 10 years in prison. Did not stop our friend TZ. TZ cooked up the 2-meter-long great white shark. Okay, first of all, 2 meters. That's over 6 feet of shark steak. Much bigger than the blogger, TZ. She's a slight, small woman. So the food's bigger than she is for shock value. She put it in a spicy broth, and the video showed her eating, and she says, it may look vicious, but its meat is truly very tender. Well, that didn't sit well with many people on the interwebs, including the officials, according to the World Wildlife Foundation, or WWF, not to be confused with the WWE, who just had their Royal Rumble, and they're heading toward WrestleMania. This is the WWF. They say great white sharks are considered to be at high risk of extinction, as a large number of people hunt them for their fins and teeth, and apparently to put them in a spicy broth. No word yet on whether they have found TZ or not, but TZ has been known to do other extreme food videos, including eating crocodiles and ostriches. Now, crocodiles, I can't imagine being any different than gator, and they serve that here in this country. And ostrich, I've also had that. And I've had shark. I've never had great white shark. I've had blue shark. But I think the difference is all of these that I just mentioned are pretty plentiful, whereas great white sharks are not. However, if the great white shark were plentiful and there was enough of them swimming around, I would totally like to try it. But on the flip side, if the great white shark were thriving in the waters around the world, there might be a lot less of us. I'd like to make a request. Make someone feel loved and or appreciated today. And this all came from a video from Nick Offerman, who shared these thoughts on Vanity Fair's TikTok. If you don't know, Nick is in the new HBO Max show, The Last of Us, and everyone's talking about episode 3. But here's what Nick had to say.
Hello, this is Nick Offerman. You may recognize me from some of my previous facial hairstyles, such as this beard, and of course, this fulsome upper lip bramble. I have also built many wooden tables. But today I come before you bereft of whiskers in the interest of bald-faced delivery. The redoubtable folks at Vanity Fair have asked me to weigh in periodically with some notions on common horse sense and good manners. Fortunately, these are both subjects of study that I continue to pursue. For starters, I would offer this bit of common sense. And many people are saying that we are a divided nation. I would counter that's partly because we spend far too little time showing each other basic affection. If no one shows you love, you begin to feel unloved. So today I exhort you to say hello to a stranger. Offer a handshake to someone who's done something worthy of a handshake. Perhaps even give somebody an unexpected hug. Assuming, of course, that this is okay with the somebody. Respect for personal space can never be set aside, even with the best of intentions. Give an unsuspecting neighbor the goose of your affectionate support, because goodness knows we are all in this together, no matter how tiny or not your hands may be.
Next, staying local, I'd like to make a request. Fix the parking lot at 21st and Rock. You know the one I'm talking about, the one with the Taco Bell, the McDonald's, the Dillon's, the UPS store right next to Twin Peaks. That whole parking lot, that is hot garbage. No matter which side you pull into, whether it's off of North Rock Road or off of 21st, it just doesn't seem like there's any rhyme or reason to it. Like whoever painted that parking lot or whoever designed that parking lot just didn't care. They didn't care. They're like, oh, let's see what happens when we just make no sense of where people are supposed to drive. It's like you pull in there, and I don't know whether to go left, right, straight. And if you have to go straight, sometimes you have to pull through parking spaces, which can be dangerous. I have literally avoided that parking lot like the plague because I've just not wanted to deal with trying to figure it out. A close second is the parking lot over at the AMC theaters. Sort of the same thing. You pull in there and everything's kind of at a weird angle. It's just not a straight pull in or pull out. You have to really pay attention to the lines, or else you're going to get sideswiped and T-boned by somebody pulling through parking spaces because they're just as confused as you are. So yes, I'd like to make a request. Can we fix the parking lot at 21st and Rock? Finally, let's wrap it up. We'll call it the I'd like to make a request top 5, the speed round. Here we go. Number 1, I'd like to make a request. Watch The Last of Us. Such a good show. Terrific acting. Surprisingly good acting. Number 2, when you tailgate, clean up after yourself. Philadelphia, I'm talking to you. Did you see the pictures coming out of Philadelphia after the NFC Championship game? There's a reason why lot attendants and people who work for that stadium get paid as much as they do because they have to pick up after your nonsense. Number 3, I'd like to make a request. Know the limits of your cologne or perfume, people. It's not marinade. Number 4, let your dog chew up a dog toy. Let them pull it apart, pull all the stuffing out, chew on the squeaker, and scatter it all across the floor and make a huge mess. That is the reward you will give them for all the unconditional love they give you. And finally, I'd like to make a request. Smile at a stranger. Thanks so much for listening. That's how it works. I'd like to make a request. If you'd like to be on the show, simple. Call my desk. Leave a message. And it all starts with, I'd like to make a request. It could be about anything. You just got to back it up. That number to call, 316-821-2058. Till next time.